Hi friends, it's me, Beth, your favorite tarot reader, and I'm here for your week ahead reading for April 28th to May 4th, 2025. We have the new moon in Taurus happening on the 27th or 28th, depending on where you're located, which is tonight into tomorrow. I've already talked a lot about this new moon, so you can check out the reading from last week for a little bit of extra details, or especially the Taurus season reading. I definitely talked about some stuff with the new moon in Taurus, but one thing that you can do is use your voice to speak your affirmations. Taurus rules the throat. So this is a really good time to just speak out the things that you want, just like literally say what you want to be experiencing 6 months from now, especially because we're setting intentions for this new moon. We'll kind of reap what we sow 6 months from now when the full moon is in Taurus next. So that's the first thing that you can kind of keep in mind. We also have Venus moving into Aries on April 30th. I've talked so much about Venus. There's an entire Venus retrograde reading, and it talks about also what happens once Venus goes direct. So you can go watch that on my page as well. And then on Sunday, May 4th, there's Pluto. We haven't talked about Pluto in a while. Pluto goes retrograde on Sunday, May 4th. Now, Pluto's a very slow moving planet in astrology. It is a planet. And so we're not going to focus on that too much today. I will be doing also a whole playlist for you for May readings, and I'll talk more about Pluto probably there. Pluto's going to be retrograde from May 4th all the way until October 13th. And this is a planet that we feel more like collectively rather than like personally. So don't stress about the fact that it's going retrograde. Not all retrogrades are bad. So yeah, just something to be aware of if you're trying to like look at your astrology, or if you are a Scorpio rising, that might impact you a little bit more because Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at what you need to know, especially for this week ahead. Full card just came out on its own. I had already obviously been shuffling and asking for cards, so it does feel like a week of new beginnings, and that makes sense. This is our first new moon since we came out of eclipse season. Our last new moon was literally during the eclipse, and then we also were in Venus retrograde, we were in Mercury retrograde, so it's like the first new moon of the astrological year when it's not all of those things. So like, this is a good new moon. This is a good time for new beginnings, and that's what the energy of the full is about. I'm also getting a lot of things about flowers. Of course, like if you live in the northern hemisphere, it is spring, so maybe you're planting flowers, but I also just feel like it's a really good time to like appreciate beauty, and maybe like buying yourself flowers would be a good thing, and like even just kind of like treating yourself. It doesn't have to be expensive. I literally bought myself like a $4 bouquet from Trader Joe's this week. Like just something that can help you to be like, this is making my home a little bit more beautiful. This is something I can appreciate. And it's a sensual experience, because Taurus is also about appreciating the senses, the five senses. So, you can smell the flowers, you can appreciate how they look, maybe you even touch them, things like that. So that's just something else that's coming through, that just to kind of like appreciate the beauty and to call in the energy of this season, especially if you are trying to get some new beginnings. Okay, so I went live on TikTok last night, and I swear this Page of Wands came out in like the vast majority of people's readings. So this energy is really, really present. There's a lot of new exploration, and the Fool with the Page of Wands is also really kind of like similar energy. It's like a lot of the obstacles that you have maybe been afraid of in the past, you have the courage to just like embark on things now. It's like, now's the time. This is a time to move forward. This is a time for forward action. You feel inspiration. Mars is in Leo. That's also going to help with that energy. And it's just like, go ahead and take this divinely inspired action, something that you've been wanting to explore, something that you've been wanting to try, something that like maybe you're wanting to learn something new, like do it. Okay. There's a lot of inspiration this week. I really like that. And it's like, discovery and courage is a lot of what I'm getting, and really just like not worrying about every little obstacle that could befall you, like, and just trusting that the universe is going to get you, and that you feel like you can like get like, they've got you. I don't mean that they're out to get you. I feel like the universe like is supporting you, right? And that you're going to be fine. Like the universe will catch you. What else does this collective need to know this week? Thank you, Spirit. What else does this collective need to know this week? Honestly, that might be the biggest energy that you need. Let's see if there's anything specific in terms of romantic love for this week ahead. Anything specific for this collective for romantic love for this week ahead. Okay, if you are involved in a third party situation, this is the time to like stop being like, no more of that. Okay, I'm seeing the King of Wands in reverse and I'm seeing the Three of Cups. Or for some of you, maybe this is somebody who it's like a friends with benefits situation or something like that. And like you want more with this person, but I'm just really getting that like, enough is enough of this. Like this is a time of planting seeds and trying to move forward. And especially like as Venus is moving into Aries and we've had this opportunity with Venus retrograde. And so like, if you still haven't taken like the time to learn the lessons of Venus and you're going to continue like messing around in areas of love that aren't what you really desire, literally the Four of Wands is Venus and Aries. This time is like right around the corner. Okay. So like, if you know that you've got a third party situation going on, maybe you're the third party, maybe you know that the person that you're around is engaging with third parties and it's not what you want and you're tolerating something, it's like enough is enough of this. Okay, like know your worth and like this is enough is enough. That's what I'm getting. Enough is enough. Yeah, stop holding on to this that is clearly Four of Stars not for you and is holding you back from what you actually desire and love. Okay, and let's see if there's anything about career and finance. Okay, the King of Crystals. This is a time to be, so in career and finance, I feel like this is where you're strategic. You might get some new really big ideas coming forward for career and finance. You have like, it's like, you know what moves you need to make is what I'm getting. Career and finance for the week ahead. I also feel like this is somebody who knows when to actually share their plans. So this might be a time where you have a lot of ideas. Maybe you are learning something more. Oh, Queen of Crystals too. But you're keeping this to yourself. I don't think you're actually, this is something that you're kind of with the Four of Cups as well. I feel like it's like a solution is coming to you. If you've been asking for a solution and like this is a great week for strategizing for some reason, but you're not really sharing your strategy yet. Keep it to yourself or only tell somebody that like you absolutely know that you can trust and collaborate with in like the right way. But with the King and Queen of Crystals, I really feel like it's very close to the vest, like really, really kept close so that it is protected and you will know when you are supposed to share this information more or share the strategy, or this might just be something where you implement it and then I honestly feel like if you share it with the wrong people, Death card, it will like ruin it essentially. So I feel like this is a time where like you strategize, you're not even necessarily taking action. You're going to know when you need to take action. It might actually be after Pluto does go retrograde. Seven of Stars. Okay, so you're planning, you're getting everything in place, and then I feel like later into May is when you're going to execute on this, and it's going to be like that's how you're going to be successful. Emperor. Ooh, big energy there. So get those plans in places, friends. By the way, if you aren't already subscribed, please go ahead and do so. I really appreciate it. If you would like the video, comment, share. It really does make a difference. I'm trying to grow this collective so that it makes sense for me to continue to create this content. So if you appreciate this content, please help me to continue to grow this community. Let's see if there's anything else for this week ahead that you need to know. Five of Crystals. Again, this just comes back to like there are situations where you are not supposed to continue engaging in them. Okay, like whoever this person is, if this was resonating for you, the King of Wands, like that you're not supposed to be doing anymore, or making sure that you're not letting things like your strategies out in terms of your career and finance, right? And that while you don't need to be like on the offensive when you're doing things, you also can like protect your energy. There's not really a great way to like have everybody coming out on top. So just make sure that you're doing what's best for you without being like ruthless or heartless towards other people. But so you're being calculated, not in a manipulative way, not in a way of trying to harm others, but trying to make sure that like you're doing the best for the greatest amount of people. And I'm seeing that is how you will get to have like look back at this week and be like, I was successful. And so if there's people that you know you need to let go of, do that, all right? And then Six of Wands, success and victory.